Alright, I just wanted to do a quick video here today. It's Sunday afternoon, and bought this video here. It's called A Lamp in the Dark, The Untold History of the Bible. It was put out by Chris Pinto, and I think that's his name. Yeah, Christian J. Pinto. And I saw this thing advertised, and I thought, I've seen a lot of his films, and he does a very good job of documentation and everything. And I thought, well, I want to see this because the Bible version issue can go a lot of different ways, and I was kind of skeptical, and I thought, oh boy, what's this guy going to come out with? And overall, I would say I was very impressed with this video, very happy with it. I think the information he presented was very good. I certainly don't feel ashamed to have this thing in my library. It's a good video. I just want to kind of go over some of the points of it and just share some things with you here. Now, he has a lot of guys in it, defenders of the King James Version. Two of the men that he has in particular, I have their books here. D.A. Waite, Donald Arthur Waite, I think his name is, a defender of the King James Version. And I'll say more on him in just a minute here. And he also has Dr. Jack Moorman. And I have two of his books here, The Forever Settled and 8,000 Differences in the Greek text there between the King James Bible and the modern versions. So both of these men defend the King James Bible. Not real sure where Dr. Jack Moorman stands on it. I know he's part of the Trinitarian Bible Society, which D.A. Waite's also part of. My disagreement with D.A. Waite, I praise the Lord that he uses a King James Bible, that he preaches out of a King James Bible, takes a lot of good stands. My only problem with the guy is he's a Textus Receptus man, and I'm not. I believe the Textus Receptus is the best Greek text, but there are many editions of the Textus Receptus, and I'm in the trenches, okay? I'm on the front lines of the battle. We go out door to door, we street preach. I need something I can show those people. I need an English Bible, okay? And I believe that English Bible is the King James Version. The Textus Receptus is of no use to me, okay? I mean, I can use it to look up a Greek word or something like that, but I speak English. And the people that I meet on the street and the people that I meet and write back and forth with on the internet, they speak English. I've never had one opportunity yet where somebody came to me and said, I need a Greek Bible, I can only speak Greek. The ancient Greek there. No. So, D.A. Waite, praise the Lord that he's getting things done, and standing, uses the King James Bible. He doesn't use any other versions that I know of. And he's written some good stuff attacking the new versions, exposing them. This is a good book. I recommend it, Defending the King James Bible. Good book. But I don't quite side with him on the Receptus issue. I am a King James Bible believer. I believe the King James Bible is perfect. You say, well, I don't believe that way. Well, that's your right. That's your freedom. But still, apart from that, still very, very good video. And like I said, I would recommend it to anybody. He has a couple other guys on there. I didn't hear anything that I really would disagree with. One time, Chris Pinto is narrating it, and he tries to quote Revelation 17 talking about Mystery Babylon, and he kind of messes the quotation up a little bit. Well, I'm going to have some grace there. Sometimes I'm making a video or doing a sermon, and I don't quote the verse exactly right. But most of the verses that he was quoting I was familiar with, and it's right out of the King James Bible. I don't think it was intentional, in other words, to misquote Revelation 17. So I'm going to have a little bit of grace there. I'm not going to hold that against him. He did say something. I've done a lot of collation work on the NIV and some on the New King James and some of those, but I've never really looked into the CEV, the Contemporary English Version. I haven't really looked into that very much. And he claimed that they removed the word Antichrist completely out of there, and he spends a whole lot of time showing that the reformers, Protestant reformers, Martin Luther, William Tyndale, a lot of those guys, they were saying that the Pope is the Antichrist. Okay, and that's true. A lot of them did. And he goes into that in great detail in here, showing quotes where the popes are claiming to be God, and where modern people in modern times here actually are saying that the Pope is God. I mean, a very, very good expose of the whole papal system, the corruption of it, the rottenness of it. And he gets into the Jesuit order as well, and very thorough coverage there. Very good job. If you're watching this, Chris Pinto, very good job exposing the Catholic thing. Definitely good stuff. As far as the CEV is concerned, I have one right here, and a contemporary English version, October 4th, 1997. This is a Promise Keepers edition. Promise Keepers, by the way, brings Protestants and Catholics together. You know, Promise Keepers is a very crooked organization, but the references are 1 John 2:18, 1 John 2:22, 1 John 4:3, 2 John verse 7, 1 John 2:18. And as far as, is it true? Well, I'll read it to you here. 1 John 2:18, children, this is the last hour. You heard that the enemy of Christ would appear at this time, and many of Christ's enemies have already appeared. So there you have, yeah, they took the word Antichrist out. Let's see, verse 22. And a liar is anyone who says that Jesus isn't truly Christ. Anyone who says this is an enemy of Christ and rejects both the Father and the Son. Again, they took the word Antichrist out. Okay, 1 John 4:3. But when someone doesn't say this about Jesus, you know that person has a spirit that doesn't come from God and is the enemy of Christ. Okay, and it goes on. I won't read the rest of the verse, but you see it there again, that they are right. And 1 John 2:18, by the way, you have the plural there, Antichrist, and they messed that up too. I'll read the last one here, 2 John verse 7. Many liars have gone out into the world. These deceitful liars are saying that Jesus Christ did not have a truly human body, but they are liars and the enemies of Christ. So again, they took out the word Antichrist. Verified, he's absolutely 100% correct. The CEV takes the word Antichrist out. Very interesting. Just a bunch of, another corrupt modern version. But this is really the only one that he kicks. And he spends a lot of time on the Receptus type Bibles, the Byzantine Bibles. He talks about the Waldenses, the Albigenses, you know, the Donatists, a lot of the early Christian groups that were called heretics by the Catholic Church and were slaughtered. And he really does a good job covering that. And he said that there's a part 2 that's coming out, Tares Among the Wheat. And, you know, I assume maybe he'll get more into the modern versions in that one. I hope. You should, if you're watching this, Chris Pinto, you should really kick these modern versions. Anyhow, but he gets into Westcott and Hort right at the end. Doesn't spend a whole lot of time on it, but you know, I understand that because most of the video is about the history of the Receptus line of Bibles. So, very good. Another thing that's in the video, which I highly enjoyed, was he had a clip of Eon Paisley standing up in Parliament and rebuking the Pope, Pope John Paul II, and he called him an Antichrist. And, I mean, the video is worth it just for that clip. I mean, that was great. I enjoyed that. One other thing that I forgot to mention, I just want to say very quickly, is one of my problems that I did have with the video is he really didn't get into the Alexandrian line. You know, he showed the Byzantine text, the Receptus, but he really didn't talk about the fact that there were corrupt manuscripts back, you know, shortly after the Bible was even written. Okay, he didn't get into the school of philosophy at Alexandria, Egypt, with Philo and Clement and Origen, and the fact that they were perverting the scriptures, okay, and the Gnosticism that entered in and crept in and all the other heresies. Really didn't cover that very much. I would have liked to have seen a little tiny bit more on that, but it's still a very good video. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it about a 9 3/4. What little discrepancies are in there or whatever, it's not perfect, but it's very good video, excellent, and you know, I think should be part of your library if you're interested in learning the history of the King James Bible. So that's it. Thank you.